What is up, YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood running bald man back again for another video. So today I thought I'd do something a little different, continue with the journey guides, but today I thought I would just go over the Jedi Knight Revan event. I know that is a big character for new players. You do want to go for him. He's probably, you probably want him to be one of your first legendaries. He's just that good. I remember when he first came out, he was amazing. I mean, everybody ran Jedi Knight Revan leads and got top of the arena. So he was amazing, especially with his direct focus and increasing the cooldown. So let's get into this here. We've got the game set up here. I'm still on the phone because, Apple M1 chip, BlueStacks don't like each other. So let's get into that and go to solo journeys and Jedi Knight Revan. So prerequisites are going to be Zalbar, Mission, Julie Bindu, T3M4, and Bastila Shan, the light side version, not the Fallen. So this first wave, we just got Mission and Zalbar, and then I believe you are gifted a Jedi Knight Revan. So let's get into this. And you will need them all at 7-star. If you've not played Knights of the Old Republic 1, it's a great game. I'm a personal fan of Knights of the Old Republic 2. But this definitely plays through the event, or the game, basically. Revan was quite the character. Here you see that Revan, Mission Veo, and Zalbar teamed up to infiltrate a criminal hideout in order to rescue someone named Bastila Shan. And that hideout, it turns out, was guarded by a Rancor, which I remember that battle was down the sewers of the Undercity. It's okay, Big Z. We've got our new friend. We can do this. And the way I played the actual game, Knights of the Old Republic, I didn't level up my player character beyond being forced to in the tutorial until I got to the second planet, Dantooine, and got my Jedi powers. That way I had more abilities. But enough about that. Let's get into this event. So on this, I do have Mission Zeta. So every time Zalbar does attack, she should assist. You may not have the luxury of having a Mission Zeta. That's quite all right. I didn't put the Zeta on her until Darth Malak came around, but that's at a future time. But let's go ahead and try and put blind up on this Rancor. Alright, and then we will armor shred him. And as you can see, Mission assisted there. Let's direct focus on the Rancor. And what direct focus is, it forces everybody to attack that character. Because Jedi Revan can ignore taunts. So it's really nice if you're going up against a team that cannot, or has a pre-taunt or has a taunt up, like a Sith trio team. The AI in this game here, it does, if you're playing against a Jedi Revan and you have a Sith trio, it will focus on Traya. That's just how the AI is set up. Put blind back on him. I don't think the Rancor's taking a turn yet. There he goes. And really, you don't need to do anything with that. Oh, that went away. Rancor's down. So that's phase one. Again, super easy. If you're a lower gear, you might have a little bit of difficulty with it, but it's not terrible. You can probably do that as gear 9, maybe gear 8. I wouldn't recommend any lower than that, though. So in phase 2, tier 2, whatever you want to call it, we have Bastila added to that. Now, let's see. And all this is you're learning the mechanics of Jedi Revan. After they infiltrated the criminal hideout, Revan and companions freed Bastila Shan, bravely facing the criminals and other seedy types. Records are inconclusive, but it seems like it happened deep in the bowels of the terrorist Undercity. I've come to rescue the Jedi. They've come to rescue the Jedi. Stop them. The Jedi has rescued herself. Thank you very much. Bastila was very much a snot-nosed little brat. So let's put blind up on him. And this might take most of them out. Yeah, it took him out. So the thing with Bastila, so she has this little buff here, this strategic advantage. So it can only be passed to another Jedi character. And what that does is while you have that, or whatever character has that, means they cannot be countered. So if you've got that, you can attack like a Count Dooku or any team really, a gas team that has 5 still, and they're not going to counterattack that character if they're attacked by him. So like in this, Jedi Revan has it, they won't be countered, or Jedi Revan will not be countered or attacked. And with this, the Master Strategist, it's an AoE. And then it also swaps turn meter with the character. It has to be a Jedi, I think. With this, the rally. Important later on when you go for Malik. But it adds buffs. Always give this buff to Zalbar if you have mission, especially if you have her Zeta. Maybe if you pass it to mission if you don't have her Zeta, because she is a pretty big damage dealer. So you get speed up, offense up, defense up, crit chance up, and accuracy up. Big Zeta. Once you get farther along in the game and more advanced, you'll run a team. If you're doing Sith Triumvirate raid in P2, phase 2, the Jedi Revan, Bastila Shan, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie Bendu, and if you have him, Hermit Yoda. But you'll pass that to Grandmaster Yoda and then spread the buffs. So he will spread it all to everybody. So everybody has that buff. So in this attack, subvert defenses, stuns, and removes buffs. Or we just kill him. We don't need to direct focus. Alright, final wave of this. Final encounter. So again, there's a counter on him. And I'll show you what I was talking about here. So I've targeted the pirate leader, even though there's a taunt up with Jedi Revan, because he can ignore taunts. And then we will do direct focus on him, so everybody will attack him. And that applies a buff immunity. So he's marked. He's not able to gain buffs. So that's something to remember. And let's take out the mob enforcer, and there we go. Victory for phase 2. Phase 3. And now you have T3 and 4. I do not have his Zetas. I'm working on that though, but I haven't started gearing him up yet. Yes, this is one of my favorites. In order to get off of Terrace, Revan and the companions had to fight their way through a Sith base to obtain orbital defense system codes. Alright, telling T3 what to do. Let's see. So we're wasting a blind, but that's alright. Give that to Big Z. Pass that over to Basti. Well, he's dodging. Alright, so T3. Carbonite Projector. It dispels all buffs. So, like these guys that are under stealth. So they will not be stealth anymore. And then his middle ability, Repair Kit. You can remove debuffs from the select target or all droids. And I think if the target ally is a droid, it also gives them some health. But we will do this. Missed it. Good grief, these guys got some evasion up. So direct focus on him. Alright, that took care of that. And Sith Marauder there. So he is the boss. Excuse me. Sith Assassin was nothing. Marauder's really nothing. We don't have any debuffs to worry about. And that's phase 3, I believe that was. Or was it? Alright, sorry about that little brief pause. I got a call then, I just couldn't let it pass by. So I was expecting some calls. I didn't expect when, but so we just did P3. So let's start P4 now. So we have Bastila, Big Z, Mission, Juhani has joined us, and T3 again. At one point, it seems like Revan was on Tatooine. According to this, part of it was to save some miners who were under attack from Sand People. I wonder what they were on Tatooine for. Wonder what they are called Sand People. Do you think they're made of sand? I hadn't thought of that. You might be onto something. They're attacking miners. Get to the crawler. Everyone else, defend it. And then Jolie has, you do it. Basically, it's a call to assist. With that again, you call Big Z. And then Mission will assist once you have her Zeta. Pass this to Zalbar. We'll give that to Jolie. And then with this, Delit's pretty bad. If you have one Zeta on this team, other than Jedi Revan, you want this one. This will allow you to revive any fallen Jedi. So if you've got a team of Jedi with Jedi Revan or just a random Jedi team, and you've got Jolie on there for whatever reason, this will revive any defeated Jedi. It also heals and clears debuffs. Pass that over to Jedi Revan and his smoke screen. Direct focus on the Elder. We'll call Zalbar. Mission assist. Let's go after Shaman. And obviously they hit like wet noodles right now because they're not geared. The Tuscans. I've not geared mine myself. I think they're all still maybe tier 1 or 2. But on T3 here, this repair kit, Bastila now has a debuff, so we will dispel that with that. And Jolie is kind of like a Bear Sophy. He does not hit hard at all. He is your healer of the team. So you want him modded for health and protection. Primarily health. And so that was it. Victory. So tier 5. All the same characters. I think this might be the one where you fight Calo Nord from the game. He was a bounty hunter. No? See what that says. Looks like you're on a Sith tomb in Korban. And that's where the missions aid also comes in handy. If Zalbar has retribution, she will assist him with that. Of course, she's stealth. Let's pass that over to Bastila. I don't know why that ability always goes to random characters. It needs to start on Jedi Revan, that way you can decide who it goes to. I think this is the event where you fight Ajunta Paul and his spirit. It's either this one or Darth Revan. And so I used that on T3, his middle ability, and that gave him protection and healed him up a little bit. So anytime you use that on a droid ally, they'll gain protection. And they'll heal up a little bit. And I know there's no sound on the game, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know why it doesn't do that. So it's kind of boring. Just sitting here watching somebody play, but this is the event, really. That's all it is. So it is a Juntapole spirit. I see a great light. Could it be Jedi here? It's a Sith spirit. Wow. You don't see one of those every day, or ever, really. The spirit's dark power will be mine. Die, Jedi. And we'll just take Assassin down. Then Bastila stunned him and cleared his buffs. Excuse me. Junta Paul, your heroism and sacrifice have shown me the light I had so long been blind to. I had regretted for so long all that I had done. If I could return to the light. I held on to that darkness for so long. Now I am free. Thank you, hero. It must be the Darth Revan event that you fight a Junta Paul himself, or his actual spirit. All right, the final encounter. The final phase. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Oh, a torrent attack. These were fun in the game. They were hard, but they're like little mini rankers. And I rather liked this one. On the way out of the tomb, Revan faced a vicious torrent attack. These things are deadly apex predators that are rumored to have a preference for Force users. And what is this? Harding Caparus. So he's got good defense. So we'll give him blind. We'll call Zalbar. Put armor shred on him. Direct focus. And only the Jedi attacked with that direct focus, but if there were other characters, there are other characters, other enemies, you would not be able, even the non-Jedi would not be able to attack them because of the direct focus. All right. And then we will use this, the heal, on Zalbar and cleanse his buff. Or debuff. Pass that over to Bastila. Another little armor shred. He's got buff immunity. Direct focus again. So as you can see, it's fairly simple, fairly easy event. I know low gear, this can be rather hard or difficult. But it's a fun event. Clear that off. And he should be about to go down. And Zalbar's got a ton of, otherwise he would be taking on some of the Jedi allies we have here. Do direct focus again. Another armor shred, and that's the torrent attack. And that was the Jedi Revan event. So it is easy. It's doable at a lower gear, like I said. Gear 8, Gear 9. You are going to struggle a little bit, but it's definitely worth the effort, even at a low gear. But you do want to gear those characters up ultimately, because later on, Darth Malak, he will require a light side Revan with his unlocked characters, and a Darth Revan with his unlocked characters. But we'll get into that another time. I threw some mods on Bastila and Jolie. I don't know how good of mods those are. Probably not very good, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, YouTube, that was the Darth Revan event. Or the Jedi Revan event, I'm sorry. That'll do it for today. You guys have a good time or good day. And tune in next time for another Star Wars Galaxy of Murder Bears. Have fun.